my friend, this is Millan. I am in beautiful Paris, France, on my Euro trip that I've been doing for the past 6 weeks now. And what I want to share with you in today's video are 5 lessons that I learned. I could probably share 20-something lessons, but let's keep it down to 5 lessons that I learned after attending Life and Wealth Mastery by Robbins. Now let's focus on the wealth part. These 5 lessons that I'm going to tell you have the potential to change your financial future forever, so pay close attention. Now let me tell you, I invested, I invested over $10,000 to attend that mastermind, and I got every penny of value, probably 5 times or 10 times the value of what I paid. Just the wealth part alone of the mastermind has given me insights for my financial future that will make me financially secure for life, and I want you to experience that too, okay? So let me start with lesson number 1. So lesson number 1 is wealth is 80% psychology and only about 10 to 20% mechanics. What that means is you need to stop focusing so much on the how, or how am I going to invest, when am I going to invest, or where am I going to get the money to invest. Building wealth has a lot to do with what is going on in your psychology, in your mind. And that means you need to master your emotions, your body as well, your physical body. You need to be able to master it, keep it healthy. You need to master your emotions. Try to stay focused, and every time there's a negative emotion arising, knowing exactly what to do to neutralize it. Whoops. As you can tell, I'm outside in a balcony, so you might hear some cars driving by here at Champs-Élysées. And it's also really important that you manage, not just manage, but that you master your money blueprint, and that you are able to reprogram your money blueprint. We all have a blueprint when it comes to money, and most of the time it comes from our family, from the way we've been brought up. For example, for as long as I can remember, my parents were always complaining about money. They were always, we don't have enough money for this, we cannot buy this, we cannot buy that. And we lived pretty comfortably. I cannot tell you my family was poor, but yes, there was struggle. There was a struggle, and I remember growing up, there were so many things I wanted and I just couldn't get them. And, because they were too expensive, because they were not available or whatever. So I heard all of this stuff on and on. My dad was always in debt. So I inherited part of that programming. Now it's really important that you look at your own programming, actions, attitudes that you have towards money, and realize that they're probably not your own. And you need to replace them with a new blueprint that tells you money is good, money is available for everyone, and it's just waiting for you to come and get it. That's just in a nutshell, my friend, but really look at your attitudes towards money. And one important thing there is, if you see rich people, or successful people, don't resent them. That's why it's so important, your psychology for wealth. Don't resent rich people, because you can never become what you resent. So when you see somebody who's rich and doing awesome, instead of resenting them or being jealous, send them love and tell them, wow, I'm so happy this person is succeeding, because that's going to be me next time. That's the attitude you got to have. Okay? Now, another important part, talking about the psychology of wealth, is if you're going to invest, and we're going to talk about that a bit later, but if you're going to invest, you need to be detached as well from money. You need to be not so emotionally attached to money, or you'll never be able to invest your money, and you'll never be able to invest it wisely, or with a cold mind. Okay, think about that. Okay, 80% psychology, only 10 to 20% mechanics. Now, lesson number 2, and this is a big one. Money won't change you. It will only magnify who you already are. Now, there are a lot of people who are programmed to not be wealthy because, again, they resent the wealthy, and they think wealthy people are greedy, so they don't want to be greedy. They think that money is going to change them. But really, money won't change you. It will just magnify or amplify what you are. So if you are a kind person, money will only make you even better. It will make you more kind to people. It would make you more generous if you already are a generous person, a good person. And if you already are greedy or selfish, it's just going to make you more greedy and more selfish. That's how it is. So don't think that having money is going to change you, because I know that can probably stop you from making more money. Now, if your blueprint tells you that, big chances are, even if you have the opportunity to make more money, you won't, because you're afraid of changing. And I'll tell you something else. People will do anything to be consistent with who they are, even if that means sabotaging what they want. Think about that. If what you want is to get rich, but you don't want to be greedy, or you don't want to become a selfish person, or too focused on money, then you'll never be rich. So that's why it's so important that you realize that money is not going to change you. Okay? Now, lesson number 3, you can't become what you despise. And now going back into sending love to rich people. If you despise people who have a lot of money, if you despise, successful people because you're jealous or whatever, you cannot become that which you despise. So start sending them love. Start repeating maybe every day that, I love rich people, I respect rich people, I admire rich people. And that way you're going to become one. Trust me, you will. And talking about that, it's probably this lesson goes way beyond success and money. But every attitude that we have in life when we are resenting somebody or something. Okay? So in your daily life, in your attitudes towards life, do your best to maybe exclude any negative feelings that you have towards people or towards things. All right? It's important. Now, lesson number 4, and this one's really important. You have to start building your money machine. As they call it at this mastermind, they call it the money machine. And just to explain it to you in a nutshell, your money machine means it's something that you build. It's a collective, I would say, of your investments that will provide you with money for you to never work again. That's the ideal of your money machine, to allow you to become financially free. And how you build this money machine, every month you take a certain percentage of your earnings, of your paycheck. Let's say you commit to 10% per month, and you put it into this separate account that you cannot touch, and that only goes towards investments that can give you a return of at least 5% per year. That's what they recommend, at least 5% per year. If you can get more than that, a bigger ROI, then awesome. But you got to start building your money machine. It's just not enough to just have a savings account sitting there, or just keep your money in your main account and be like, okay, I'm not going to touch it, because your money will devalue over time. And that money machine is not going to start giving you money back and set you financially free if you don't start building it. So you have to commit to a certain percentage each month that you're going to put in there. Okay? I can tell you more about the money machine. Just feel free to leave me a comment below this video if you want to know more about that concept. I'll be happy to explain it to you. And to finish the video, we have lesson number 5, which is probably the biggest lesson I got. And that is the power of asset allocation. Asset allocation is key, really is key, if you want to master wealth, if you want to become financially free. So what is asset allocation in a nutshell? I can tell you probably a really simple way for you to allocate your assets is to think about them and divide them into 3, I cannot talk anymore, 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 is going to be your security and peace of mind bucket. And this is where you're going to put, and this is completely up to you. You need to decide how you're going to allocate your assets. But bucket number 1, you can put about 60% perhaps of your assets in there. And why is it called security, peace of mind? Because this is where you invest in, this is where you pick investments that are more secure. For example, real estate, for example, this government investments. I'm sorry, I just don't have all the vocabulary. In fact, just let me do this right. Let me just grab this so I can tell you guys in more detail what you should put in your bucket. Okay, this is my workbook from the mastermind. So bucket number one is where you put security assets. So for example, hard money lending, guaranteed annuities, hard money index strategy, real estate that you own, okay? Fixed income. No, this is not fixed income. FDIC insured CDs. See, this completely got me here. Global T-bills, treasury bills, this kind of assets that are secured. Okay? So for example, let's say you want to invest in real estate, you would put it in your security bucket, right? Your bucket number two is your risk and growth bucket. So this is where you're really going to grow. And it's going to be a little riskier. But this, this bucket, you probably want to put maybe 30% or up to 40% of your assets in it. And here's when we're talking about stock indexes, commercial real estate, senior housing, diversified portfolio, private equity, contingent protected notes, gold, silver, commodities, stock market in general. Let's see, leverage option plays with asymmetrical risk reward. You want to look at asymmetrical risk reward. That would probably be bonus lesson number 6. When you invest into something, make sure you're getting an asymmetrical risk reward, which means that you're risking this much, but the reward is asymmetrical, which means it's not the same reward as what you're risking, but it's, it's exponential, let's say. Okay, so that's how you need to analyze your investments. Now, I'm not here to give you any financial advice because, trust me, I'm not an expert in that. But I really wanted to share these insights with you so that you can go ahead and do some research and start mastering wealth and start managing your money more wisely. Now, the bucket number 3, before I finish, would be your dream capital. So your dream capital would be, the money that you put into this bucket should come from victories that you've had in the previous 2 buckets. So for example, you're making money from your real estate in bucket number 1, put some of that money into your dream bucket. And this is where you put, jewelry that you want to buy, for example, cars you want to buy, maybe you want to do a trip to Europe, like where I am right now. Maybe you want to buy a home, a plane, a private jet, maybe you want to buy an island, I don't know, whatever it is your dream. The money from that bucket is going to go towards that. Don't take money don't take money out from your assets to put into your dreams. Don't take your hard-earned cash to put into your dreams and finance your lifestyle, but take the money that is being created, the money that is working for you from your previous 2 buckets into that dream capital bucket. And you'll see how you're going to feel a lot better about pampering yourself. So my friend, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these 5 lessons. And please share this video with anybody that you feel would get value from it. If you're considering attending Tony Robbins' Life and Wealth Mastery, feel free to leave me a comment if you have questions about the experience, because it was life-changing. And share this video. If you're watching it on YouTube or on my blog, wherever you watch in this video, please feel free to share it with other people that you think will get value. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you thought. Tell me how you're managing your wealth. Tell me what good feedback, what good lesson you got from this. I would love to hear from you. And my friend, thank you for watching. This is Carolina Millan, and I'll see you in the next video.